I'm here live today. This morning, I did not say that I was doing this at all, so I just thought it'd be fun to jump on this morning on a Saturday. I'm still waking up and I'm drinking some coffee. Oh, you don't see Steak and Shake, representing the old Steak and Shake. Isn't that neat? I love these mugs. This one is by Buffalo China. I think they're usually by Buffalo China. But we're gonna just do a little chat, post-Christmas chat and haul. So I've got some auction things on here today. Is anybody here yet? Do we have anybody? Sherry Key. Hello. By the way, I drink my coffee black. Nothing in it. Just I feel like that's a good way to start. You know, like you don't wanna like get it not addicted, but you don't wanna like start like putting a whole bunch of stuff in it right away. Because then that's the way you want it for a long time. Okay, so I have just a kind of a small haul. Hello, I see everybody popping in. Fantastic. I have my auction sheet here. I turn the heater off so that it will not like rattle in the background. Black coffee, yeah. New Year. It's not the new year yet, Wendy. Oh, I guess people say that ahead of the new year, like, because you can only say it for one day afterwards otherwise, right? Well, I don't have very much here. It's funny because you put so much creamer in it, basically say, Stephanie, or I'm assuming that's your name. I assume that's your name. Whenever I want to say 4, my grandma had she was a hairdresser, and she had it at the back of her house, and she'd have all the little ladies come by, all the ladies doing their thing with the the perm. And they're all drinking their coffee, and I would want to be out there to chat with the ladies. So I would be out there. I'd have a little rocking chair for like a 3-year-old, and I'd want my coffee. Now, naturally, they didn't give me coffee, but I had basically what was 95% milk with a little bit of coffee in there. So that's just reminded me of that. So see, look, it's a lifetime coming to actually like the stuff. I've been trying for a long time, and it finally happened. My taste buds agreed that now is the time. You're a tea person lately. Well, I tried getting into tea, and it just tasted like dishwater. Although a lot of people say that about coffee. I can't say. It didn't taste like a whole lot to me. All right, well, and I forgot how much I got, because I saw this come across on the credit card statement. I'm like, $22. I thought I spent at least 60 or 70, but it's $22. So this auction that I bought these things from weren't actually all that, like, they didn't have a lot of stuff. So this is kind of the best I could do. Now, naturally, there were other things that I missed out on because I just went too high, but I got stuff here that's pretty decent for what I paid. Like, we're talking $2 lots or dollar lots. Maybe where you're coming from, you're not used to like a box lot of something for $1, but around here, some of these country auctions, you can really, and not only just one lot. If you've ever been to an auction and say they're towards the end of the auction, and then it's like, people are kind of dying down, they're leaving, and so you basically can end up with half of a wagon, like literally the wagon trailer for $1. That's happened many times, like multiple boxes of stuff. And then it's your problem. And then it's your problem. Although I will say a lot of the auction houses around here are really nice, and they'll let you just pick and choose what you don't want, because they got to dispose of it anyway. They're counting on it. So you can kind of just take what you want, leave what you don't on the trailer, and then it's a lot easier. So I did say I was going to be doing an auction haul. I got distracted. So yeah, $22 worth. That's fun. And then a 10% buyer's premium. All right. So I bought some things I don't think I normally would. And that's the great thing about auctions, is because you can kind of bid on things, or like go for things that you wouldn't normally because the price is right. So this was $1. This little lot of horses was $1. That one, I'm not so sure. All these are kind of dirty. I gotta wash them off. Cleaning out the cupboard. Oh, yeah. She had it out the back. She ran that out the back of her house, and it smelled like lots of chemicals back there. What is this? I'm trying to. I don't know. I don't know. It kind of looks on the new side like a cartoon horse. Yeah. This one was kind of fun. Isn't that pretty? This one I like. Like this one can be something. You can be something, horse. What are you? I don't know if that's the coloring it's supposed to have or if it's just like worn. No, you look pretty intentional to me. So I don't know. I'm not a toy person. I'm not a toy person, so I'm not sure. Oh no, is one of your ears chipped? Oh, you hate to go through life with a chipped ear. Well, that one's that one. Overall, it's pretty decent. This one's marked Japan. Oh, it's ceramic, of course. I mean, for $1, what can you do? Like, I'm okay with these, I guess. This was $1, or this is also from the dollar lot. He looks like he can be pulling something, or maybe he had his little horse friends. But look, isn't that awful? By the way, I have like a bag kind of forming of, yeah, I don't know if it's briar. I do know people collect briar, but where would you see that? It's not written anywhere. This is what I'm looking at. You see the mold lines, but I don't see any kind of briarness going on, words. But that's ceramic. And the mane looks like he had like bad accident, really. So I have like what do you call it? A place where you put things. A bag. I have a bag full of chipped ceramics that I'm assembling, and eventually I will sell the bag of, I call them a craft lot, because honestly there's a lot of good ones in there, just with like a little problem here or there. I don't see it written anywhere. You're just a horse. And then this little one. Oh, maybe you go with. I think it might. I don't know. It has a little thingy too. So I paid $1. It's like whatever. I took a chance. Oh, did that come included? This one might have been in there too. It's sitting in the other one. You look pretty good. Maybe you're worth $1. Actually, I think you are. I think you're worth. You think I probably do 12. Oh, I took your little costume off. There you go. There we are. Now it's worth about $14, you think? Just based on the looks of it, you look like a good one. A mule? Are you a mule? I don't know, but I like the coloring. It's a good one. Yeah, so that's nice. So that was part of the dollar lot. All of them little horses. Ofen, plofen, woof, whoop. Copenhagen Bloodhound. I don't know what that means. I don't follow. If it's about horses, I don't know. This is getting cold already. Darn it. And I don't know if it's like, I'm not a big expert on things like coffee, but when you get down to the bottom, it's like very strong. And so it's awful, really, because it's really, really strong in the bottom and it's getting not so hot. So you're like, it's like the worst of both worlds. So you probably just want to put that in the microwave for a little bit longer. Awake? Yeah, I'm awake. I slept in. I was in the bed and I just lay there and I thought about life for a little bit. And then I said, well, it's time to live it, I guess. Throw some ice cubes in there. Ew, I don't want iced coffee. I want it hot. Some like it hot. You ever see that movie? Is that what it's called? I think it's what it's called, with Marilyn Monroe. Is that well, see, my mind's not fully aware yet. I'm trying to think of what that one was. Is that the one where they go down to like this Florida hotel or something? Oh boy. There's one with Marilyn Monroe and they go down to the Florida, like a Florida place. And then there's like guys that are dressed up as Girls? Maybe I'm mixing things together. Look at this. Mayra says yes. Okay. Cold coffee. Look at this thing though. Isn't that fun? If we want to call it that. The feathers are all just like falling off. It needs a little help. I mean, they're going for something, I can tell. It's just, it needs a little work. But looks like there's a chip right here, unfortunately. We could put a feather over that and call it macaroni. What does that song go? He stuck it in a feather in his hat and called it macaroni. This is Mark Japan. Molting. Oh no, I know it's a problem, but it's okay. We just get the dust off of it, and I think it helps. Put a new feather. Yeah, put some feathers on there. Just put a feather anywhere you see a chip. That's what happens. So that lot, goodness gracious, I don't even know. There is a pretty decent lot coming up. I'm gonna show you that I did pay $11 for. What in the world? Oh, vases, planters, figurines, President Johnson plate. That's not so exciting. I don't get excited over presidents. Well, you want to look at it? Is that Mimi or something? I don't know anything about these people. Who's that lady? Mimi? I feel like I've heard Mimi Eisenhower before. Oh, that's Eisenhower, not Johnson. Right? Who's she? Who is that lady? They're together. They're a couple, I think. And Mrs. Lyndon Johnson. Lady? Her name is Lady Bird? I doubt it. You're kidding. Her name cannot be Lady Bird. Her name is Lady Bird? What did your parents do to you? Okay. It's very original. Wow. Wow. Okay. That makes the plate more enjoyable to me. Okay. So this was this. Oh, her nickname was Ladybird. Okay. Well, that makes a lot more sense. Like, I'm going to name you Ladybird. It's better than Big Bird. So these are like little doilies you could do something with. They're from Michael's. You could do stuff with those. They're like tiny, tiny coasters for your shot glasses. Look at this though. This is pretty cool. This is kind of one reason I was into this lot. And it's made in Japan. Isn't that fun? The color. That color is fun. It's like this. What color are you? You call yourself an aqua, turquoise, celadon, mint. Now I know why she's wearing red. Because of Ladybird? I don't know. Isn't that pretty though? I like this. I do. I really do. It's like bamboo baskets or something. I have a little angel in that lot too, but I bet it's, yeah, you're messed up. All right. I'll put that in with, maybe I'll put that in with my other thing. Ireland. I want to ask Google something, but then it sets everybody's off. Hey, Google, what time is it in Ireland right now?
The time in Ireland is 3:46 p.m.
3:46 p.m. I could have just asked you. New Orleans, Taiwan. Isn't that neat? Her flower's broken. Yeah, it's always a shame whenever that happens. That's June. She's the June angel. From England. Oh, I want to go to England so badly. Ever since I can remember. Well, ideally, I would go to England and thrift there, but I have heard that it's not really the best place to thrift. I mean, you'd find a lot of Wedgwood, right? Find a lot of old English pottery. This is a milk glass vase. It has grapes on it. I'm not really so much a fan of grapes and stuff. Travel's not an option. I know. Well, it's all right. Because I don't know how I would ever get there. Like, who would go with me? I don't think Aaron would really want to go. You have family in Clough, Jordan. Clough. That's really dirty. I can't push this around too much. But there's grapes on it and stuff. Here is a, ugh, darn it. I just got stuff on the carpet. This is a Ruffle Vase. It's just clear, but I like it. They did a good job. I need to wash all these up, quite honestly. Of course. Mayo, Ireland. Oh, that's neat. Ireland. Yeah, that's right. Have you seen the Bleak factory over there? Like, is that a big thing? Like, I don't know how big Ireland is. Like, if you're just like, oh, well, over there is the Bleak factory. Are they still doing stuff over there at Bleak, or did they sell it out to? I thought a holding group purchased them at some point. Like Waterford. So somebody bought Waterford too. This. You've lived beside the Ballina Bleak. Why do you say Ballina? What does that mean? Ballina. Look at that. This is aluminum, right? No, it's not aluminum. What am I thinking of? Who are you? What are you? You're forged aluminum? Is that right? You're aluminum. This is aluminum, right? It says words on the back. I don't buy a lot of this forged, hammered aluminum stuff. It says Rodney Kent. Creations by Rodney Kent. I'm going up. I have a ton of the aluminum plates, yeah. Royal Terra. Okay, interesting. Yeah, that's aluminum. I think after I wash it up, it'll look really nice because the handles are neat. They're like stamped or incised. Yeah, you look pretty good. You just need to be washed. That's all. That's that. What is this paper? Oh, that's another copy. Okay, we don't need that. This came included as well. Oh, there's polish for aluminum. Royal Dalton has been demolished. Wow. You know, yeah, most of those companies have been sold to other larger holding companies, and they're not really family owned anymore. My jammies, these aren't, I don't wear these to bed. This is a shirt that you'd wear out to the public. Some might not wear it out in the public, but I do. No, I mean, that's what it's for. Oh boy. Okay, so now I'm trying to think. I'll show you the Carnival Glass. So I don't remember if this was part of it. I think it was. So I paid $11. And I have this one here. This is a Marigold Carnival. Yeah, they're not. No. But that's so we've got a ruffled Carnival Glass footed bowl. Stoke-on-Trent, Staffordshire. The potteries we have, no pottery left. It's very, oh, yeah. There's that. So, I think I should do pretty well on this Marigold Carnival. I like the shape. Another Marigold Carnival is this one. It's a butter dish. This is the Hob Star in Arches, patterned by Imperial Glass. Isn't that nice? We've got the Hob Stars and the arches. They're all over. Look at that geometric top. Again, I have to wash it. It's not living its best life right now, but that's fine. Isn't that nice? It's not marked with the IG logo, but not all Imperial Glass is. Yeah, it's a very it's amber, and then it has that carnival, the salts applied to it, which give it all them extra colors. So you see the red and the blues even in there, purples. Stella, she's at home. Stella is at home. So that was included in the $11 lot, and so was this, I'll call it a celery dish. Kind of, and that's also Carnival. Isn't that nice though? Look at that geometric basket, kind of. More pretty glass on the island. What island? What island are you? That is nice. I like this one. I wasn't even really counting on this one to be much of a thrill to look at, but I like it. Big island. Aren't we all on a big island? I'm on the island of North America. All right. Hawaii. Misfit. Yeah, the Misfit Island. Look at this. Okay, so that was the $11. Is there anything special that you can use to clean glass besides Dawn or Windex? Soap and water? Like, what do you... Yeah, glass like this, I'll just put in the sink. I'll wash it just in the sink like a dish because it's a dish. It depends on what you're asking specifically because most things just clean up with like soap or water or Windex, I guess. Vinegar. Vinegar would get off your hard water stains pretty well. Barkeeper's Friend, you got to be careful with it, the powder version, but that'll clean your Pyrex pretty well. But be careful with Barkeeper's Friend on the outside of Pyrex or the flash down things because that'll take off your color. So it's a process. Okay, there was that. There was also a flower frog in that, but I don't see it. I assume that I put it somewhere else. I have other... Well, I'll just start on this other lot. Vinegar, yeah. The glow on Carnival. The glow on Carnival is caused by a special blend of salts that are applied over the glass, and it creates this look. So I'm not sure exactly what salts. Maybe manganese, things like that. Different things that would create this, but it's salts that are applied over the glass, and that's what does it. If you want to know specifically, you'll have to, I guess, Google it, but I would imagine that it's maybe more of a proprietary blend based on the company. No, not bath salts. And John and Marianne, yeah, I was never good at geography or math. I was really only decent at science and, ironically, spelling at a certain time. And what are the other... Not well. I'm not good at much. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. But I would bet it's probably based on like the company, exactly what kind of process and salts and mixtures they're going to use to create their specific sheens. Because if you look at, say, Dugan glass, you're going to see a difference than if you look at a piece by L.G. Wright, which was like 60s, 70s, more, I associate them with more reproduction. Carnival glasses, which is true because they mostly made things from old molds, but there's definitely a difference in the glass, the sheen. The newer stuff's very oil slicky, and generally, and most of the older stuff more almost has a satin, richer feel to me, richer look. Keep an eye on Astroware. I've never heard of such a thing. Astroware. Okay. Well, this big old brandy snifter with a T, snifter. I've never done that before. Salt from old was different, so maybe a different look. Well, I'm not talking like table salt, so it depends on the salts, I guess. So this is just a big thing. Brandy snifter, I think, with a T, right? Not a sniffer. I can never remember. Have you heard of that? Look it up. I haven't heard of any of what you said about, wait, who are you? That was Horseman. Yeah, what you said. No, I haven't. Stoke-on-Trent stuff. Oh, wait, what? Vintage glasses. Okay, that was the other one. Measuring picture. I'm trying to figure out what lot this is so I can tell you specifically. Let's say, because I'm not sure. Yes, I am. I'm very sure. This one was $3 and I'm still going. Snifter with a T. Okay. Offended on... I forgot what you said, John and Marianne. I don't... You said something about something, and I didn't take it as that, so it's fine. A good reference book for Carnival Glass patterns. I wish I had my books here with me. They're at the house. I need to bring them here. Oh, geography. No, I'm very upfront with what I don't know, and it's most of everything. So I only know this business to a degree at the same time. But that's a lifelong journey. We all know that. We learn it as we go. The books. Now, I don't know. I forgot. I have a couple. I bought them on Thrift Books, and I it says something like Carnival. It's like Carnival Glass is really largely written on it. It I don't remember. Could it be by Gene Florence? He did a lot. Warmans for Glass could be. Maybe I remember a W there with a flare. W with a flare. Um, there's some good books. Just like look at the reviews. There's not a whole lot out there, I'll be honest. So it shouldn't be too difficult to find a decent one on thriftbooks.com. Otherwise, you can look on eBay, of course, at their books. Look at this picture. That's a neat picture. I'm thinking this is Anchor Hocking. Got me a nifty vintage pin. One of mine or just a vintage pin that's nifty? Which one? I So Rachel, the thing about learning anything in this business is, well, I don't look at it like school. Oh, good, one of mine. Well, that's even better. I don't. So like, if you try to study, like properly study this stuff, I don't think you're going to retain it all too well. The way to actually learn this business and to do it with any regularity is to follow things that truly do interest you, and that's where you're going to start acquiring your knowledge. Because if I didn't really care about this stuff, that's like when you're in school and you're like, I don't care about this crap, and then it doesn't stick because your brain, it's getting rid of stuff it doesn't want to know. It's getting rid of the stuff that's irrelevant. I think this is anchor hawking, but I cannot remember for the life of me the pattern because they call these things different things depending on this. And I know it seems pretty straightforward, but there's like a tree bark design, and then there's whatever this is supposed to be. I don't remember. Does anybody happen to know the different patterns of like crackles like this? Because I cannot remember, but I'm pretty sure it's anchor hawking. What? Your great grandfather was the inventor of Astroware. Well, I've never heard of it. My phone's being in use right now, so I can't look it up. I wish I could. Yeah, they made these anyway. They made these in other colors. Green, obviously, like the avocado green. Clear would be the other colors. I don't. I'm not sure of any other colors besides those three, but that was really big in the 70s. It's a nice ball picture. Well, that's fantastic. We still got more to go. And I'm actually doing better than usual. Look at this, though. I say better than usual because I'm actually remembering to not get too involved in the chat, which is great. It's great for me. You remember the green. Finally got your boxes that you shipped out on the 7th. Wow. That's crazy nuts. I can't believe that it's taken so long. Well, I can, because with, everything's so online now. Look at this, though. Isn't this amazing? By the way, I love finding these. And this one, I had never seen one in the original box. So this is Anchor Hocking, and it has naturally the lid. And what I'm happy about is I can actually see now what the lid is, because many times I'll find these and they'll have whatever kind of lids, like old coffee lids on them, anything on the crafts, because they need lids. I know. So I was surprised to get this in the package. You get the 4 cups and then the carafe by Anchor Hocking. Tumbler glass. Yeah, it's right here. Oh, you mean the other one? Wait. Anchor Hocking. I said Anchor Hocking, and I said Anchor Hocking the other one too, right? You meant the other one too? Yeah, I think I might even have those glasses, but in clear at home. So this is, I want to see what the lid looks like. If it has writing on it or if it says like something. I feel like I could take this out of the plastic because the plastic isn't really doing it a whole lot. I want to do it together. I feel kind of bad, but it's dirty. Do you think it matters? People, I mean, come on. Too late. If you want no plastic, you can put your own plastic on it. Get one of those plastic sealing machines. That plastic's kind of yellowed anyway. You can see the colors about it. I feel slightly weird taking it out of its plastic because it's survived this long, but the real value is in the box. All right. So I just want to see the lid. This is from an auction. Yeah, Sherry. My tip for anyone, I was trying to read your thing. It went away. Tip for anyone to get a hold of Asterwear by Mitten. Hollingsworth, very, very few pieces about. Well, okay. Oh, it's very basic. I was expecting like words on here for some reason. So now you know that these pictures that look like this just had a white lid. I don't know if anyone cared. I actually cared. I was like, because I find them with like yellow lids or whatever. Like people just put whatever lid, like a mayonnaise lid on there. Wherever fits. Okay. There you go. What is your favorite pottery? It's funny that you call me host. Host! Oh boy. Pottery. So like it depends. Currently I'm into figurines right now. I like Will George for the figural stuff right now, but Belleek pottery, Belleek pottery is something that I'm really into. It's hard to say. Oh, my name is Jeffrey. Okay. Yeah. I have to say, I'm not like brand loyal necessarily. I kind of like patterns. I like patterns and designs over like very specific lines. So yeah, it's not entirely like just one thing. Yes. All right. No, backwards here. Oh, I'm still going on this one box. So this box, like I said, was $3. We had the awesome juice set. That was a delight. And then that other thing. Look at this picture. Isn't this cool? It has the little ridges in the bottom. Don't see a mark on the bottom. That's neat. And it's a measuring pitcher. 2 pint, 1.5 pint, 1 pint, and a half pint, I imagine. That's cool. The shape of it's really neat. It's all pressed glass. Yeah. What is this? Oh, it's nothing. This is just things you'd put inside of an apple thing. And there's some random pans. Oh, here's the glass frog. This was the Marigold Glass flower frog. No, there's a little flea bite. Well, it's a chip. There's a chip right there. So that was in with the rest of the Marigold Carnival Glass. It's nice though. Yeah, the rest is just like some couple pots. You like the frog, do you? Yeah. Did Aaron get you? Aaron wrote me a check for $50. That was my gift. He said, well, next year, he's already on to next year. Next year, I'm going to get you something good. I said, okay. Now, the bad thing is I'm going to have to hear about this all year. Like, oh, just you wait until Christmas. And then, well, so yeah, we all, look at this. I think this is Avon. Well, checks are fine, but it'd be better if you thought of something. So that's a cello. I think that's a cello. Teophane. Well, that's a long sorted story. I have the shop now. I do want to open but I want to do it controlled so that um, my whole life is not turned upside down. Boxing Day, I love that term, by the way. Um, things are going by too quick. So yeah, so the store. I want to do pop-up sales, and I don't know at what extent, like how many, but I want to do one in the spring specifically, and I want to have it so that I'm open maybe a weekend. So a weekend sometime in the spring that I'll disclose and I'll let everybody know, and advertise a little bit around here. But otherwise, I don't think I'm really not so fond of like 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, because that just takes me back to, I don't know, feeling like work and not setting my own time schedule. And I don't like that. So and if I don't, if I'm not here doing that, then I have to have someone to do it. And Aaron is not interested. He wants to do his lawn care, which is fine. I really want him to get his lawn care um, going because that's something that he really enjoys. Barb, she has her kids still. That's not really an option for her. So I'd have to find somebody else. And it's just like, is it worth it? Because my prices probably wouldn't be like the cheapest around here. I mean, it's not like, I don't know. It would be more of a destination in finding things that are a little bit better than your common store, your common store. And I don't want to be known around here, being open all the time for being, oh, that's that hoity-toity expensive place either. Because, I sell mostly online and I'm like, well, why would I sell it for $10 whenever I can sell it online for $18? And that's because things are more valuable depending on the item online as opposed to around here because certain people are like, well, I don't want to buy that for that. I can, you know what I mean? But if you're in California or another state, you're like, well, we can't find it for anything less than $25. So $18 is a great deal. So that's the power of online business for you. Now I lost all my comments. Where'd they go? I'm scrolling down. Um, entice England, Aaron to England with all of the trains there. Now that's look, because it's more of a work trip for me. I'd really prefer to have somebody with me that is in the antique sphere that I can kind of, because that's a work trip. Yeah, there'd be some other things, but Aaron is not the most fun to be around in antiquing because he doesn't like get it, and that's fine. People don't all have the same interests, but I like being around others that like you kind of like you share that excitement and you can kind of play off of each other, and you're like they're excited over something, and then you're like, oh, I want to know why. Like you want to, so like there's that, and so it'd be more of a work trip. So that would be why I'm just catching up on some ornaments, some comments. Wait, well, I'm really looking forward to opening. What I'm not looking forward to doing is pricing everything. And I feel the need to price everything because like I as a shopper do not like going in somewhere and I'm like, well, nothing's priced. I don't know what it is. You got to ask every single thing. But it's like a lot of crap. It's a lot of stuff. Maybe a store that is only open on a few days a week. Yeah. But then you'd still have like I would have to have a schedule myself if it was just me. So it would be like, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. See, like the problem is, I source mostly Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that end of the week is when you really want to be open because that's when other people are off. So like I can't be two places at once. So then I still need somebody here. That's where it falls flat. You wouldn't want a store open Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I mean, unless it's a destination or something, but not so much. Road trip from Ohio. Oh yeah, that'd be yeah. What is the oldest piece I have? Um, Here in the Midwest. Obviously, we're not in the oldest part of the country, like over on the east side. But I bought. Trying to think, making sure that's what it is. I have a couple pieces from the 1880s that are Majolica, different pronunciations. Um, so like a cake plate with leaves on them, and I'm trying to remember the name for. It's been a while since I've looked at it. Uh, it's 3 names. It's 3 names, and I'm trying to remember the 3 people's names. I don't remember. I don't remember. But it's a cake plate. It's a Majolica cake plate from the 1880s. 1880, 1890. I don't believe I have anything earlier than that. It's very difficult to find anything earlier than that around here and not pay a ton of money for it. I'm just double checking. Oh, let me show you something since you like pottery and stuff. I'm getting something. This is Taylor Smith. No, Taylor Knowles Taylor. This is Taylor Knowles Taylor, and it is a lotusware vase. So this is something that has some pretty good age to it. Although this still would be from around the 1905 to 1900. I don't think very much earlier than that, or maybe, oh, it's so hard to date these things. They did not produce these for very long, maybe like 5-6 years to what I've read. So this is around the late 1800s, about 1905. I don't think much after that, but this has some pretty good age to it. And here's the bottom of it. It's lotusware. So this is a piece I really like, and I paid up for this at an auction. Well, I say I paid up, but I'm in the resale business, so I think I paid $100. I think right around $100 for it. But I like it, and they're hard to find those. I still have a lot more. I see. This is what I say whenever, and I'm fine with it. I just don't like keeping people like busy from life. Yeah. A Wedgwood piece that you personally made. How did you make it? Did you work at the Wedgwood factory? Did you work at the Wedgwood factory? That's pretty cool. I have sold a piece of Wedgwood before. I think it was like a hat pin dish, and it was incised on the back with the Wedgwood word, rather than stamped or so it was definitely incised, which means it was, to my knowledge, the older Wedgwood. It's been a minute since I've thought about that one, and that did pretty well. I think it must have sold for $60-$70 or something for that one. Yeah, if you want to send me something, Horseman, that would be fantastic. Wedgwood is nice. Is it like Jasperware or? Doesn't really matter. That'd be cool. My P.O. box, I think, is in the description of this video, by the way. I went to a shop and several things weren't priced. The owner told me I'll look it up and call you in a week. No. I'm really good at coming up with numbers on the fly, but I just don't like the fact that everybody would have to ask, because that's a barrier. Because many people do not like asking. Go to England with your reseller group. Yeah, it'd be like, whenever you have like those groups, like sometimes they're like religion based, or they're like an age group based, and you all go. We could do a reseller one, I guess. You bought a Majolica pitcher for $5 at a garage sale and sold it only for $350. Oh my gosh. Must have had some age to it. Do you know what the brand, or the brand? Wedgwood Wild Strawberry. See, I don't know a ton about Wedgwood patterns. That's neat. Yeah, Annette, that's kind of what I was thinking. I wouldn't have enough daily foot traffic to warrant having an employee here. Like if it's just me and I'm like retired and people bring me their stuff and I'm like, sure, I'll buy it. Okay, maybe, but I'm too like in and out in all the places, so I couldn't stay here all day and man the shop for walk-ins. Many stores in this area, Kansas City, are open on first Friday, meaning first Friday of the month, and Saturday and Sunday of that week. Whoops. Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty good. We have a small antique store that is shared by several dealers. One never prices her stuff, and the other dealers always grumble about having to call her at home whenever someone wants to buy her stuff. Yeah. You said for sale, Corin. Oh, about the lotusware vase, probably. That's on my website right now. I have it priced for I think about $300 because they're very hard to find. And that's a very, and yeah. Yeah, that's what you guys are talking about because we're now, I'm behind on the comments, by the way, because I was trying to read most of them. Um, this is a really, really nice piece of lotus ware, and it's all hand painted, and it has the green, and it's just, it's a really good, it's a really good piece of it. And they're highly collectible because there's not a lot of them out there. So I'm still waking up. I'm in Southern Illinois, Mandy, near like directly east of St. Louis, pretty much about 45 minutes or so away. Most of the oldest Engler pottery pieces can be found a lot easier on the East Coast. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense because it's closer to England. And people that had came over originally, a lot of that older stuff is going to probably stay more so in the families or around that region. With the internet, it's helping. Eventually, we'll have it sprinkled all over the place, but uh-huh. Oh, Elderly Poodle. I think I've watched that one before. I've watched the Wedgwood Factory because on YouTube you can watch those. You can watch them make Wedgwood. Balik. I've also watched Chinese pottery being made. Is it like Xing Dijin or something? I'm bad with words like that, but it's 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 a specific kind of a clay from a very specific place in China. It's a whole thing. And then they talk about like the history of making it and all that, and that really gets me going. Like I like watching like how it's made and like the so I'm putting you in a trance. My eyes are okay. People are trying to ask. Yes, I agree because it's like it's maybe you're kind of like, well, if it's this price, I'm interested in it. But if it's, I know what you're saying. That's my actual name. What is? I'm looking for it. My trade name was Dagger Makers Bottom. Okay, interesting. That's an interesting name, I suppose. I feel so bad. I don't know how back I am on this. You, Misty, and Jocelyn take over England, yeah. And George. Yes, of course, George. I feel like George has probably been to England. I'm reading a lot of these very fast. I'm not responding to all of them. I'm just trying to get back up to where I am. Okay, good. I caught up. Whew. Let me go through some more things now. Wait, there's a flamingo paint by number on eBay. I have one. I don't know if it's the same one, but I was bad. Last night I bought a couple lithographs by Robert Atkinson Fox on eBay. I couldn't help myself. Barnyard Bell. That was included. So this lot was $1 lot. Duck on a nest. Yeah, this is this one. Duck on a nest, rabbit, milk cannon, bell. Making the cast for teapots. Oh, okay. What about paintings on velvet? Collectible or tacky, you ask? Depends on, I don't know. It depends. I don't think it's tacky. I sold a black velvet painting from the 20s, maybe a little earlier. Now I think about black velvet paintings from carnivals from the 70s, 80s, whenever, with clowns on them. I say, not my thing, but I wouldn't. I would say the older ones aren't so tacky. The one I sold was really well done, and it had a couple on it painted. They were in a dimly lit room, and he had like maybe a mandolin or some kind of a string guitar. So, Springfield. Oh, well, I'm not buying all the stuff. Trust me on that one. There's a lot of resellers in this area, over in St. Louis especially. All those, this spell, look at that. Over in St. Louis, there's a lot of resellers. That's 1992. And Yeah, so that's probably a big thing. You have a big flamingo painting with glass front. How would I ship it? You say take glass out maybe? If it's a painting, you really shouldn't have it behind glass. Even if it's a paint by number, the glass doesn't really do a whole lot for it, and I think it might actually hinder it as far as like condensation. So I would say take it out of the glass, especially if you're shipping it. No sense in adding the extra weight. And I didn't finish this flat. Here's this. This is Action, made in Japan. I didn't know it was that old. I was thinking Taiwan. But it's a duck. Yeah, I don't think it should be behind glass either. House of Lloyd. Oh, people like House of Lloyd. Little bunny. Put this together, or put this set aside for my Easter stuff that eventually I'll be selling. You know, Easter stuff is coming up in a few months. What is this? Wow. It's a farm. Oh, well, I know what I know, but it's not a lot. It is what it is. It helps me when I can remember. We've got the cow, the pig. See, animals, I'm still learning. The lamb, the baby lamb, or maybe that's a sheep. The chicken, and corn. And corn on top. You must not forget the dusty corn. Oh boy. So that's that. I paid $1 for that flat. Let's put that somewhere away from me so I don't get all dusty with allergies. Christmas, yeah, well, a lot has been canceled like everybody else, so it wasn't like the traditional sense of what we usually do, but yeah, it was pretty good. And maybe we'll do, I'm trying to think, maybe we'll do like a thing where Barb will come on, Barb and Aaron, and we'll kind of just show what we got. Because Barb got some interesting Santas that she bought for herself. Maybe. Okay, that flat, I figured we're done with. Okay, this is another $1 lot that I bought. That amazing. Up here, that flat would be $5 to $10. Oh. I don't know why. Just because. Yeah. I feel sorry for you. Here's a little cheese cracker situation. Oh, I mean, it is. It's like a little trivet. That's fun. It's kind of kitschy. You know, when you say you have things listed, my website. I don't have a lot listed right now, realniftyvintage.com. There are 2 sections on the website. There's a section of all my handmade or my things like my stationery and my bags and everything. And the other section is vintage stuff. A lot got canceled. Like they just was like, we're not going to sell it, you mean? Oh, no. A lot of things got canceled. Okay. What is this chicken I'm holding? I don't know why. It's pointless. It's a little plastic chicken. I was trying to, that would be, okay. Yeah. What is your favorite thing to find in thrift stores? What is my least favorite? 2. I don't buy clothes, so I don't even look at them. The other day I did. Barb talked me into getting a shirt for myself. So, well, she didn't have to talk me into a whole, I just was like, what do you think, Barb? And she said, oh, yes. So I got the shirt. But then, no, I don't look at them for resale or anything. It's just not something so clothes, that's the easy answer. What do I like to find? Things that are old. Like it's very difficult because it just depends on, like, I'm there to be surprised. Like, what do you got? Yeah, as long as there's some age and some interesting something or other, but I couldn't say exactly what. But I'm holding this cheese thing for some reason. It's cool. Yeah, realniftyvintage.com with no spaces. All one word. And there's a link in the description as well. Where is this online auction pickup spot for this? I drove over to Where in the world? Oh, Greenville, Illinois. Which I'm trying. Your comment went away. Would you be offended if I sent you a few pieces of our own pottery and a small piece of Astroware? No, I would be really intrigued by that because I've never heard of Astroware and I want to know, and I like old pottery. So yes, if you want to send it, you can go ahead and send it. Hopefully it wouldn't be too expensive. I assume you're in England. So hopefully it's not the shipping because that's, yeah. But I'm holding this cheese thing still. Why? I don't know. It's cool, I guess. Here's this. A little metal tray with a chicken on it. It's fun. Made in Hong Kong. Not a ton of age to it, but it still has that kitschy look to it. There's some little things in here. Oh, they're little. Oh, your wax. Is it a candle? Look at that. Look at that little thing. It's wax. I don't know. I bought, this was $1. All these things were $1 for the box. Oh, the little egg timer. This is kind of why. I always thought, oh, how cute is that? So I got it because of the egg timer. I wonder if it works. Are you working? Hello? Oh, I bet too much grease got in there. Can you come apart and work for me? I figure maybe if you take it apart. Well, just look at it. It's good to look at. I don't think it works anymore. What is that? Handcrafted from coal. That's lovely. Okay. Yeah, it's a shame. What do you think the new collecting trend will be for 2021? Well, I mean, I think I'm kind of into the 20s. I have been for the last couple of years. Like going into the 1920s, I think that Art Deco is pretty cool. It's hard to say, like overall, like the mass trend. I think we're maybe heading into more Art Deco stylings, though. I don't think it'll be like just one fell swoop, though, in 2021. Much like mid-century is really big for many years. I think that Art Deco is kind of going to come in a little bit. And I think maybe we've already started to see it. And we've seen it in iterations like the Hollywood Regency, which is based on the 70s more so probably for memory's sake, because people are like, oh, it's that grandma stuff. But then before that, it's even back further in the 20s. Coal, yeah. I don't know why they did that, but they were trying. If you like coal, it's pretty good. And then a shaker. One shaker. It's just one, I think. Yeah, Art Deco stuff. And so here's my thought about the whole Art Deco movement. And it's sort of an interesting one if you want to go on a ride with me. So we were in the mid-century movement, right? The mid-century and the boho. We were seeing a lot of bohemian stuff. Macrame, all this. We still do. It's not a problem. We'll keep it. But then we're going into the 80s. Here's how I look at it, because we're in these intervals. There's dust flying around. So, and we're kind of at like, what is that time frame from the 70s to now? Is that 50 years? Yes. So 50 years. So now we're coming in, and then the 80s is creeping in, right? Still, we got that 50-year mark. And it's kind of an interesting mark, 40, 50 years, because that's whenever the generation is starting to grow up a little bit. So, I mean, and you look back at so it's like that. But here's the thing about the 80s, 90s, early 90s. You see, I recognized a deco kind of throwback coming around in that time frame. So there was a little bit of Art Deco influence happening even then. So you're almost getting a double dose. You're going to get it from the 100-year anniversary from 1920s now, and you're getting that resurgence from the 80s 90s that was popular, like the clamshell chairs, the geometricness of it, and wow, look at this one. Look, see, that's kind of what I'm saying. So this chair has a throwback 20s vibe to me, even though this was made in probably sometime in the 80s. So that's sort of where my brain is at on the whole thing. And we'll see. But who knows? Whoever makes these trends, we don't know. I assume people, well, no. I think it's magazine based. It's all like the big designers of the world. They try to influence as best they can, don't they? 20 styles were popular in the 80s. Yeah, I wasn't alive in the 80s to really, I was born in 89. So wasn't really there a whole lot to see anything. Nicer to have the real thing. I always look at that. I always look at, well, where's the root of this? And it's very tricky. See, Art Deco. We're going to get a little into Art Deco now. When you think of Art Deco and you think of, there's a few different movements going on. We've got like skyscraper, the skyscraper motif, like big buildings, like this kind of new modernist movement that was happening. And then you can think of Art Deco, and I'm trying to find, here we go. I love that I have props. And then you can see something like this and say, oh, that's Art Deco as well. Even though you're not really seeing a lot of modern lines to it, like your skyscrapers and things. This is a little bit more softer, but what we think of is you see these little geometric shapes. And here's where its design is so interesting. So you've got your Art Deco stuff popping in around the 20s. And where did this design come from? Well, it came from Egypt. So you've got your little Egyptian, and I forgot the word, your little Greek keys. That's the word. Your Greek keys. You've got your Egyptian shapes, your Greek shapes, all of these influences coming in around the time that they're opening Tut's tomb, which was a resurgence of Egyptology. So yeah, you have, that's sort of where your Art Deco stuff is sort of forming. You've got your modernist and you've got your I guess older realm, and it's interesting to think about. So the 100-year anniversary of King Tut's tomb is coming up. Well, that would make sense considering it happened in 1920 something. The Repair Shop, that is a good show on Netflix. I have seen it. It's like a mending shop, and it's very interesting to see what they can do with, and I'll put this clamshell down. This is actually a very old piece, by the way, too. I'm trying to remember the age on this. If I'm not mistaken, I think 1850, 1850, 60, maybe between 1850 to 1880, I think, on this one. And this is marked Foresters. It's incised on the back, Foresters. This is also on my website, but this is an old piece of pottery. I think it's English, if I'm not mistaken. I think it is English. So I forget the name of the guy that started it. If it's Tom, I don't remember. Tom Forster. I could not remember because it was like a father and then the son and all that. But that shop, that thing you talked about on Netflix, that was a pretty good show. And I don't know if I watched all the episodes, but it's neat to see like the mending of, like, they just taken a pile of broken ceramic and then they like put it back together. So when it was in the museums, I don't know, the art museum in St. Louis is really good, and they always had mummies in there. I don't know if it was that mummy or not, but they had good mummies at the St. Louis Art Museum. I keep trying to think if it's a history or art. It's Art Museum, right? Or is it the History Museum? Why would it be art? It's a person. Is it the art? Who knows? I don't remember if it's the Art Museum or the History Museum, but it's in the basement of one of them. So, okay, this was another lot that I got, and I think these were $2. Bellefontaine Cemetery has some amazing Egyptian revival tombs. Well, the Art Museum. Okay, so it's the art museum in St. Louis in the basement, and they have some Egyptian mummies, probably a couple, I think. And you can see them. They're pretty cool. So these glasses are really why I bought them, because these. And I paid $2, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Even better. There's 8 of them, an even number. Even better. Isn't that neat? There was an Egyptian show I just watched on, maybe it was Netflix, where they were unearthing something in the desert. A family. That's what it was. A family. Was it Netflix or was it YouTube? There was a family that were buried, and they had their own like burial chamber, and they were in like multiple plots, but it was the entire family, and they were like they were confused by all of the depictions on the walls because it was just the way that it was. So you probably have to see it if you're interested, but aren't those glasses cool? Yeah, these are cool. Oh, wait a minute now. Oh, nuts. Ah, nuts. So there's 7 of these and 1 of this. The what? Egyptian showing at the Metropolitan Museum of History in what? It went away. I lost it. 70s. Oh, that'd be neat. Is that called the MoMA? Is that what MoMA is? MoMA? Metropolitan Museum. I cannot remember. Ah, yeah, right. Curious Cat. So 1 of these and 7 of these. I might hang this one up. Hang it up. I might put this one aside with my other glasses because I have random glasses, and I don't have one like this. Okay, so that flat is really those glasses are really why I bought that for $2, and that's a great price. Anyway, I'll probably sell. I'll keep 1 glass of each. So then I'll sell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll sell the other 6. Museum of Modern Art is MoMA. Okay, I know MoMA because I had sold something that was by them. And you'd think, oh, it's like a souvenir. It's not going to do well. But it did well because it was like a limited, people collect things, even if they're not terribly old. But, and I forgot what it was. And it was a something. It was a something, all right. If I ship overseas, yeah, all the time. But I like random glasses. I keep them in my windowsill along in the kitchen, and I just choose random glasses, and it's fun to look at. Oh, in St. Louis. I don't think I've ever been to that cemetery. Why is there an Egyptian cemetery in St. Louis? You don't mean a real cemetery. I don't. Oh, revival. Did you say a revival? I think I just. Okay. Egyptian revival. So people, right. Okay. We're not talking about ancient Egypt in St. Louis for some reason. No. Revivalist, period. Okay. No, you're not buying anything today. Unless you want to buy something on my website. That's always there. realniftyvintage.com. But yeah, the revivalist. Oh, those are, I bet they look cool. Lots of 50s pieces. So that flat had those in it. Also, it had, and I didn't even buy them for these, but these are kind of cool now that I'm looking at them. Once they're washed up. Look at that. I like the geometricness of that one. It needs to be washed again, so let's just look past that dust. But isn't that neat? I'll have to look these up. They're just pressed glass, I imagine. Yeah. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these. Once again, 7. I don't like 7. I'd like 6 or 8. So there's those. That's a good find. I'm happy that that's there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7. And then there are a ton of these. And I'll admit that unless I hear somebody that says they want them, they're probably going to be donated. They have wheat on them. And there's a lot. There are of this size at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's like 8 of this size. Is this the same size? Okay. And there's the slightly smaller size, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like let's say 6. And then there's a third size of like the little juice glasses. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe only 5. So maybe I will sell. I mean, maybe it's just a matter of washing them and then I'll be more happy about them because they're they're not great. They need a little work. I think once they're washed, I'll okay. All right. So this is the 70s for you. I'll deal with it. So, yeah. So, I don't mean to sound like I don't like the 70s stuff. I do. It's just I like specific kinds of 70s stuff. And these might even be almost into the 80s, actually. Like, late 70s, early 80s. Who are they by? Who are you by? I don't know. Doesn't say. Maybe Anchor Hocking. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they'll sell all right. They'll sell. I know they will. So all them glasses, that was good. $2 for all them glasses. The orange ones, in case you're wondering, these ones, I'd probably sell them for like $3 or $4 each. So then there's 6 of them. See, I'm not good at math. 6 times 4 is 24, right? Yes. Right? Yes. 6 times 4 is 24. So I would sell these for about $24 for all 6 of them. These ones I have not looked up. We'll see if they're kind of a more of a pattern. 6 times 4 is not 18. Is it? No, it's not 18. That's 6 times 3. Right? Now I'm messed up in my head. So I think 6 times 3 is 18. All right. 24. Yeah. 24. We're on the right page. At least I am. Okay, so then there's that. Yeah, this was essentially the haul, but we did have a great little talk. Don't think I have anything. I'm like, what else can I show you from my little stash over here? Well, I will say I am trying to bid on some more auction things online, but it's not the cheapest. I need a list of this. This is a piece of Murano, and let me take the tape off of it. But I've had it for a while, and I need to list it. Or it might go on a live sale. Who knows? Isn't that fun? So it's kind of like a cased glass piece with the white, and it has all the little silver fleck, or gold fleck. Yeah, gold fleck in there. Isn't that pretty? So I don't know why I'm showing that. It has nothing to do with this haul, but I need to do something. I need to list it or something. It's just sitting there. And here's another really piece of pretty Murano with the gold. Isn't that lovely? And then I have, somebody told me that this agate was expensive. Let me peel off my sticker thing. Bought this at a estate sale. They said that this agate was, I don't know, worth like a lot of money. And I forgot what they'd said, like $60, $80 or something like that. So I don't know, but it's neat. I just hadn't done anything with it yet. It's a slice. It's a slice. It is pretty though. I bought that for $5 at an estate sale. So that was a good pickup. I thought maybe they said that Karen, is that her name? Karen? Maybe I have the wrong person. Somebody, another reseller. Lavender Clothesline. That's it. It was at Lavender Clothesline. Had sold one? I cannot remember. It's been months now. And they were like, and it sold for like $60 or $80. And I'm like, what? But luckily I picked it up because I thought it was interesting anyway. But I didn't know it'd sell for that much. Well, very nice. It's hard to end these things because I don't want it to end, but it's like, I'm holding this thing too. Isn't that pretty? It's just, this is pottery, like a drip. You're drip, drip, drip. You're a drip pottery. Those things. I gotta do something with them. There's just my next live sale is, it could be sooner than you think. So I'm going on like a little mini trip, and I'm thinking I might have one while I'm there. Well, I can just say where I'm going. There's not really a secret. I'm going to go over to Indiana. We're going to hang out with Misty again. It's just so many people's dismay. No, I'm kidding. I think a lot of you really enjoy her, and I do too. That's why I go. But I'm going to try thrifting over in her area for a few days. And I'm thinking about having a live sale over there with her. Like a small one, like a 15 item sale. Shirley, we were talking about that earlier in the video. I'll just say a little, I mean, I have the broader answer earlier in this video, but opening, it would be like in the spring, but a pop-up sale. Not like daily hours, but like it'll be, let's call it late April at some point, and I'll specify whenever this is going to all happen, tell you that. Probably do it with a few months notice so that everybody can get on board. And then it'll be then sometime at that point. So I'll have to price everything. It'll be a whole ordeal. A whole ordeal. But that's okay. It'd be nice to have things priced regardless, so that whenever I'm doing my live sales, I'll have them. What? You're saying my name. Why? I'll go back up and read. You're looking for pink lucite candles. I don't have any. I don't have any. What did I do? What? You said he does. Oh, well, you're getting the raw look at what an auction looks like. I just went back up. For an auction haul, no, you're gonna get the real life look at the work before it happens. But I washed them. I'm getting in the habit of washing things before I sell them, though. No, I happened one time whenever it was like my first week here at the shop, and I was like, there was so much going on, and I went to go pull things, and then I forgot to go back and look at them right before the sale, and then I realized, oh, there's dust on these things from whenever, because some of them came from the shop here that was already really dirty, and but I don't like selling things that are dirty naturally, of course. But yeah, you're seeing things as they are at the auction, so it's not always glitz and glamour. Not this business. What? We are new channel. Oh, that's exciting. Can you keep your eye out? Well, of course. Lucite candlesticks are always going to grab my attention. Dickinson's Real Deal. I wonder if I would hit the English market better. Maybe because they're like, what is this weirdo? This weirdo. He talks funny. Oh, brother. Maybe. There's so many other people out there that could do it much better. So it is what it is on that one. I don't know if I want to have a TV deal. Doesn't it sound like such a problem? I imagine production companies are not a treasure to deal with. They're probably like, okay, read this line 12 times. Just like, I'm done. You know? So yeah. You bought for me before when I was on Etsy? Yeah. Oh, you keep calling it a septarian stone. I saw that word earlier, and I'm like thinking, you're talking about the Secretariat movie about the horse? You're talking about that stone. When is the septarian stone going to be? You're rubbing your hands together in anticipation, I hear. Okay. Well, I'm not sure. Maybe you know what? I need to think of a theme with Misty. I'm going to go over to Indiana, and I'm going to take 15 items with her. Maybe I'll have them all be a theme. Could I make a theme around that stone. Could I make a theme about a stone? I don't have very many stones. Oh boy. Oh, well, thanks, Horseman. I mean, it could work, but it's always hard. Like, you don't know. It's like you see yourself and you're like, I don't think so. I'm blowing dust out of the way. A color theme. I did a color theme. I liked it. It was really fun. We did blue and white, and I loved it so much. And then Misty's gonna copy off me because she's a little copycat. No, she's great. She was like, I'm gonna tell people I'm copying off of you, but because people be like, you're copying off of Jeffrey. I wish I had more of this coffee, but it's cold. You're cold, and probably there's dust in you. There's probably dust in my cup. I was thinking about a theme for my next sale, and I couldn't think of one. I thought I did come up with one, and then I forgot what it was. Nuts. Was it? It was something. It was something pretty good. Yeah. Well, yeah. Hey, a YouTube channel. It took me a few years to get to this point. It really did. Oh, Misty, I spoke of her, and then there she popped on. Misty, do you want to come up with a theme for selling with you? Over, like, because I'm bringing 15 items, right? And you're going to have 15 items. Do you want to make that a themed sale? I know you're doing a blue and white sale. An animal theme? That would be very easy to do. I've got a ton of animal stuff. What, you want to do an animal theme, Misty? You've been watching me since I started? That's scary. We could do an animals theme. Okay. Like a specific animal or all the animals? We could do cats and dogs. It's raining cats and dogs. We'll just do theme. Misty is cool and Jeffrey is just okay. What? Is that the theme? The theme is Misty is cool and I'm just okay. Is that what you want your theme to be? Don't be a stinker. Don't be a little stinker. You're open to whatever. I've heard about that from you. Misty is very open. Animal theme. Okay. We'll do an animal theme. Remind me to bring animals. Easter? No. We're not doing Easter yet. You have to wait for Easter, Lisa. Wait for your Easter. Animal theme. All right, we're going to do it. It's decided. So my stone, obviously, my sorcerer stone or whatever you said it was, Secretariat. My stone is not an animal that I know of. Dust. The stone isn't selling yet. We'll have to put that in. Maybe we'll have like a natural theme where everything's natural. That'd be neat. But don't get too excited. It's the animal sale next. It's fun coming up with themes. A lucite lover. Oh, that's exciting. What all lucite? I haven't really looked a whole lot of what all the different lucite things there are. Yeah. That G, whatever your name is, G Dell. I like the freedom. My fingers having a dance. I like the freedom of not having like people telling me what to do. And you'd lose that definitely in a more production aspect. There's trade-offs though. There definitely is. I can see the appeal of it. There's an appeal there. Mother Nature theme. I like that theme. That's a good one. I can rustle up a good number of things that, like sticks and things. Here's a stick. This is a piece of driftwood. You're screaming because you're invisible? Well, you're not. Sorry to bust your bubble. Sticks and stones. We can make a sticks and stones theme. What was that? Well, yeah. a little bit. We are going to wrap this up. Okay. We're on for an hour and a half, which is pretty good. I've got a few things to ship today. Not a whole lot. My stomach's growling. I haven't ate anything. What time is it? I started at 9:30 and it's 1:30, so that's 10:30. No, 11? Is it 11 o'clock? That's exciting because then it means I can eat lunch. You misnamed animal theme. Oh, Greece. I want to go to Greece at some point too. A flower pot theme. Well, okay. I've got just a few orders to do. I might do a little housekeeping around here, washing these dishes because they're dirty. You're dirty. Oh, more likes? I will take all the likes. If you have a like to give, I'll give it. I'll take it. I'll take your like. I just watched The Queen's Gambit, by the way, and it was really good. I just thrown that on there. So check out the Queen's Gambit on Netflix. My stomach's growling. Let's get to 260 likes before I leave. I'll just sit here and wait. I couldn't set that long. Remember this name, the Horseman Hatton. I'll remember. It's very hard to forget that name. I say that and then I'm like, what? No, I'll remember. We're going to get to 200 and what did I say? 60? Is that what I said? I got the plastic reindeer and put it on your tree. The plastic reindeer. I sold two. Was it the geometric one? Was it the one with like, looks like he was Cubist, a Picasso? Or was it? Oh, we hit 260. Well, I hate to parting is such me sorrow. Which one did you get? It was that one. Oh, great. Because it was either one of two. So you got the geometric one. That one is a striking one. All the angles, I'm telling you, chiseled up. Oh, so pretty that one was. Well, we'll end it. We gotta live our lives now and go do our things. You gotta do the dishes. I gotta do my dishes. Wouldn't that be funny if you're like, I need to get off here. I gotta do the dishes. And I'm like, go do your dishes. And you're like, anyways, delivery to the USA. Yeah, hopefully it's not too nuts. We don't want it to be nuts. My stomach's growling. All right, we're going to end it here. So thanks for watching. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you have not. All right, bye-bye.